Hello everyone and welcome to a new crypto market update. Today we're looking at Ethereum because Ethereum has almost reached its all-time high. As you can see here, we're on the weekly time frame and Ethereum right now is at $1,407 and Ethereum's all-time high on Binance is $1,504. So only $100 more to go, which is a small move for Ethereum. So let's see if we can reach it this week. As you see here on the weekly, we have been quite heavily going up over the last couple of weeks. We had a minor correction 1 week, but then we just continued. And if we look on the daily, right now, we see that we have broken above, actually it's better visible on the 1 hour chart. We have broken above this prior resistance right here, and now we're trading above. Also, we have been range bound for quite some while, and we've also broken out of that range. So it seems like nothing is stopping Ether right now. It's just some consolidation here, and they were just going to continue. So what will happen with Ether in the near future? I'm not saying it will blast past this all-time high. I do think we will have some kind of resistance. We still have about 6 or 7% to go until the all-time high, so that could happen today. However, I do think there will be some resistance. We will stay here for a while and then eventually blast through. So what needs to happen for Ethereum to go to new highs and what will be the target? Well, for Ethereum to go to new highs, BTC has to remain calm. We have seen this major move up on BTC for the past. We've had this correction for 1 week, which was pretty big. But now the question is, will we correct further than this? Or was this the total dip? Well, we have talked about this forming triangle right here. I already see it here on BTC for a few days. And let me remove these inner lines. We've been talking about this triangle for a few days already, and we said that two things need to happen for BTC to continue upwards. First of all, it should break this triangle to the upward side, and it should hold this 20-day moving average support. If we do close below the 20-day moving average, I would be pretty bearish and say we break this triangle to the downside and we do test these low ranges of 22 to 24k. So what is good for Ethereum? As we already said in the previous videos, if Bitcoin is stable and stays between the ranges, it's a good time for Ethereum. So if we look at Bitcoin and we look at how long it can take before we need to get a breakout either to the upside or to the downside, the maximum point for this triangle breakout has to be 27th of January, which is still quite far away. We're talking about more than a week in that case. However, triangles normally break out sooner than the ultimate point. So let's take the 23rd of January as a breakout point. Just as an example, that would mean that Bitcoin would be range bound for another 2 or 3 days. And if Bitcoin breaks to the upside or to the downside, it could be bad for altcoins and more specifically for Ethereum here. Of course, if Bitcoin breaks to the upside, Ethereum USD pair will go up. However, the Ethereum Bitcoin pair will go down. So Bitcoin will be a better investment than Ethereum. And if we go down, then both the Ethereum USD value will go down, but also the Ethereum Bitcoin value will go down. So what we really want for Ethereum is for Bitcoin to stay a bit longer between these ranges and kind of consolidate in between, go a bit down, go a bit up, not a too major move before it actually breaks down to either side here. I'm a bit biased towards the downside here, as you've already heard from my previous videos, because I think a longer term correction is really due for Bitcoin. However, we can always move to the upside and that would almost ensure a new all-time high for Ethereum. But in these next 3 or 4 days, take a very close look at Bitcoin, since the movement on Bitcoin will determine whether Ethereum gets the breathing room to move up to new all-time highs. For this, we can also take a look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, and we see that it has been doing pretty well since the 3rd of January, where we were at 0.023 BTC, and right now we're at 0.0379 BTC. If we look at prior highs, let me go to a longer time frame for that. We see a peak here at 0.0405, and we also see that we on the longer time frame have drawn a Fibonacci retracement level, which would be a bit higher at 0.043. So what would this mean for Ethereum? Well, for Ethereum, this would mean that we at least move up another 6.5% against BTC if we want to move towards the previous peak, the previous resistance that we saw here. And this is a pretty realistic level, since we have already broke the previous resistance level, and it seems like we broke it, and now Ethereum is finding support at it before we continue to the new highs. And a 6.7% on BTC, including with BTC going up a little bit, would almost ensure an Ether all-time high. So what needs to happen is Bitcoin needs to give Ethereum some breathing room to stay in these levels. Watch these levels closely. What happens on Bitcoin is more important right now than what happens on Ethereum. If you hold Ethereum, it sounds weird, but it is true. Ethereum will continue to move up if BTC stays range bound. So for the next 2 or 3 days, I think Ethereum is a great hold. I'm holding some Ethereum myself. I have been for the last week, and it has turned out pretty great. But as long as we do stay range bound here, it's really good for Ethereum. However, when we break up or we break down, take a close look at Ethereum, because we might go down definitely in Bitcoin value. Alright, that was the market watch for today. If you have any questions about this, please drop it in the comments. Smash the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you like to trade these levels that I've discussed, there's the Bybit link in the description where you can get a $600 bonus when you sign up. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.